Hey everyone, it's Wafa. I am filming this in my car right now while on lunch break at work to try to get this video out to you guys. I have made another collection of clay earrings and I'm so excited to show you guys the techniques and process of making this round of earrings. If you have not already, I'm going to link my other clay earring video that I made, which shows my first collection ever of making clay earrings. I include a lot of tips and tricks in there, and so this essentially is just an extension of that, of things that I'm continuing to learn about clay earrings. So I hope you find this video helpful and the last one as well. By the way, if you don't already know me, like I said, my name is Wafa. I am an artist and PA located in Austin, Texas. If you have not already, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you guys here. And also for any clay makers out there, if you have any tips or tricks, please include them down below. I heard a helpful one on the last video. Someone said that right after baking your earrings, it's helpful to dunk them in cold water, and that hardens the clay earrings even further. So I didn't get to try it for this set of earrings, but I definitely will for the next one. Let's get started. In this collection of earrings, I wanted to explore doing marble earrings, and so here you see me preparing the clay to do the marble technique, and it was really fun coming up with color combinations and figuring out what would work best. I tried the combination of white clay and gold leaf and really liked the outcome, but I realized working with white clay is difficult because it so easily picks up lint and dirt and little pieces of hair and kind of whatever it can find. So next time I work with white clay, I'm definitely going to use gloves and make sure that the tile is very clean beforehand. So I made a pair of earrings with this that my mom loved and I gave them to her, but I want to do it again and make sure that it's more clean and at a professional level before I put it on my Etsy. Here I am starting on the marble technique, and for my base I used white clay and translucent clay for all of the marble earrings, and I added gold leaf with all of them as well. And now you're going to be seeing clips of me doing all the different color combinations for the marble earrings. So now I am taking these rolls of clay and going to put them in the freezer so that they harden up a little bit, and that will make it easier to work with when I am cutting them. I am cutting through the clay after it's been in the freezer for I think 30 minutes it was, and so this is such a cool part because when you cut it open, you get to see the effect, how the colors look all together, and it's just so beautiful. And then once you get it all cut, I opened it up so that the gold leaf was more exposed, and so then you can start joining them together in a way that you like and prefer. Once you've laid it out in a way that you like, I went ahead and put a piece of plastic to protect it, but I rolled it out with a rolling pin so that it would all come together nicely as kind of one layer and one level of thickness. I put it through the pasta machine so that it's at the level of thickness that I need. And again, it's another way to cement it all together. Here I am using a knife to perfect those edges. The more you can keep those edges neat and clean before baking, the better, so that you don't have to use the Dremel as much. This color combination ended up becoming a happy disaster, and I say that because I was messing around with it so much and put it through the pasta machine so many times that it wasn't looking like marble anymore like it does here. You're gonna see what it looks like after I pressed it a numerous amount of times. I forgot what was bothering me about it, but I just kept running it through the pasta machine, and then you'll see what it looks like. So here it is, after being run through the pasta machine one too many times, but it was funny because I actually ended up really liking the effect. So outside of marble earrings, I did create a few floral pieces. I love floral. Those are the type of earrings that drew me to clay in the first place. So this time I was just kind of thinking of designs along the way. Nothing was really pre-planned. I started getting into creating these super, super tiny flowers because I thought they were just so cute. I decided after my first clay collection that I want to use plastic wrapping to pre-cut the earrings whenever I can. I find that I get a better cut when I use plastic wrap. Here I am carving out some petals for a design idea I had, and I just wanted to show that I tried several different designs before landing on the final look. So this is the process of me figuring that out, but I will show you the final design I ended up going with. But it was definitely a tedious process in just figuring out what aesthetically I wanted. These have got to be one of my most favorite earrings I have made to date. So this is inspired by my trip to Hawaii. Particularly, we went on a helicopter ride, and I had an image of this scene that we saw there and wanted to replicate that in these earrings. And I didn't even think I was capable of creating something like this through clay that, in my opinion, looks pretty realistic. But it's amazing what you can do with clay, with creating different textures, using different colors of the clay, using all the tools you have at your disposal to kind of create the shapes and textures that you need. I mean, I was able to make this waterfall with just this tiny piece of white clay, just by maneuvering it the right way and creating that texture on it to look like water. I had so much fun, and I also think they just turned out so amazing. Here you can see some other earrings I created that I didn't get to film, but the ones right in the middle are inspired by a trip to Colorado, and I really love how the mountains and the lake turned out in that pair of earrings too. And then I have like a holiday themed earring pair right above. So here I am now baking the earrings, and this is how they look after baking. And then I use acetone to clean up whatever I can see in terms of like little pieces of hair or lint or dust. And I realized that I probably should have done this in the daytime in front of like a big window so that I was able to see everything a lot more clearly. I feel like I missed some things, and then I ended up coating it so I couldn't go back and fix the things I saw later. So that's why you'll notice that some of these earrings I don't feature at the end, because I don't like posting or showing earrings that are not perfect. And especially since I do sell the earrings, so I want to keep it at a professional level. I wanted to share that I use these like hooked jewelry pieces for some of the earrings, but after baking, it just slid off. Like, it just comes out of the clay so easily. I'm talking about these eye hook things. I did cut them in half, so maybe I wouldn't cut them again. Like, maybe it has to be longer to really stay inside. Like, for example, this one, it left like a bump in the back. So I'm just gonna take these out because again, it's not stable, and just use a Dremel to do holes instead. And here I am drilling in the holes for the earrings. Like I learned from the last video, I did make an indentation before I baked the clay to mark where I wanted to drill the holes, and I feel like that did make it easier when I was using the Dremel on deciding exactly where I'm gonna poke the holes. And I've already talked about the Dremel in my last video, but I do love this tool. I find it easy to use. I feel like I trust it more than me creating holes myself before baking the earrings. So I really do recommend this product, and I will have it linked down below. And I do use like a shoe box, or in this case, like a hair tool box, as where I drill the holes, and that's always worked out really well. Here I am buffing the edges, sanding the edges, whatever you want to call it, to make sure they are nice and clean. And again, I learned from my first earring collection that the better your cut before you bake it, the easier your job is later in doing this. So I did have significantly less to do this round of earrings than the first, since I was able to use the cutters better and more effectively. Now I am coating the jewelry with polyurethane to protect it. I am putting in the jewelry bits, and this is where it all comes together. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you guys here. I will see you for the next one. Bye.